As recovering alcoholics, recovering drug addicts, or even if you're still in active addiction right now, still trying to fight your way out of it, are we looking at addiction the wrong way? Is addiction actually here to destroy us or to reveal who we are? Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sober Stacker. I woke up sober this morning because I went to bed sober last night, guys. Today is 1,453 days of continuous sobriety. Still loving life, still living life, still learning, still rebuilding. I watched an interesting video. I had a whole new video idea planned out. Now this is just going to be this is not a scripted video. It is 3 a.m. It is going to be what it's going to be. So please stick around because I do want to get into some talk about addiction. And are we actually looking at our past, our regrets, our shame, our guilt the wrong way? And what I mean by that is the video I watched was Carl Jung. And one of his statements was, is addiction here to destroy us or to reveal who we are? At first, I completely disagreed with what he was saying. He went on to say that, addiction, we are searching for something that nothing on earth can feel. Spiritually, basically, is what he's saying. But I look at addiction like this. I look at addiction, my past, the decades that I went through active alcoholism, active drug abuse. I looked at it as something that was trying to destroy me. Not only destroy me, but it was trying to destroy those around me, those who were close to me. And it didn't care about me. It just wanted that ultimate sacrifice. And then it would just move on. No remorse, no nothing. And I've spoken about that in many of my videos. But I do want to ponder the question, is it something that God puts us through on purpose to reveal who we are afterwards? Because I promise you, I am closer to God now than I have ever been in my life. I am a completely different person than I was in my active addiction. I am more caring. I'm more loving. I'm more attentive. I have this great desire for somebody who is in active addiction to feel what I'm feeling. And I can't put that feeling into strong enough words. But to look at my past and think of the regret and the shame and the guilt, am I looking at that the wrong way? Should I be looking at it as, man, I went through all that for God to reveal this brand new being, somebody who is, like I said, closer to God now than I have ever been in my life. In my active addiction, I know God did not turn his back on me, but God gave man free will, and addiction had me turning my back on God. I didn't want to talk about God. I didn't want to think about God, even though God was there taking care of me. And I can look back now at all the situations that I was in that I probably should not have walked away from, but yet I walked away from them. So am I looking at the addiction, the active addiction part of my life as something evil that was trying to destroy me, instead of looking at it like something that was building to the person I am now. Now, I have quite a few new subscribers, and I thank you guys from the bottom of my heart, because I'm an open book when it comes to my addiction. If I can do anything, just say anything, maybe by accident, that will help somebody get clean and sober and feel what I feel, then YouTube is absolutely worth it. The ups, the downs, the views, the not views, it's all worth it. But I do want to tell the new subscribers my story, just briefly, on the minute I knew that I was clean and sober for real. I had been to rehab. I was on my fifth one. Now, I was a alcoholic and opiate addict for over 20 years, closer to 25. Um, I was in bad shape. I was drinking 2.5 to 3 pints of vodka a day and taking anywhere from 180 to 240 milligrams of Oxycontin a day. I could not do one without the other. I had been to 4 rehabs, all at the same place, and it just never clicked. It never happened for me. I would get 30 days afterwards, 60 days, maybe I might get that 90-day chip. I don't remember, but it just never stuck. Well, the last rehab I went to was a completely different one, and it was a whole new, different atmosphere. And I had been there for about a week, and I was sitting in our morning class, uh, and we had a preacher come in, and he was also one of the counselors, but he just started the class off with a moment of silence, and it was not your typical real quick moment of silence. It just went on and on and on. And he would say things like, breathe out stress, breathe in hope. Now, I don't know verbatim, I don't remember verbatim what he said, but it was things like that. And he just kept repeating. And the greatest feeling I have ever felt in my life came over me. There were no lights flickering. There was no angels or anything flying around the room. It was all a feeling. It was the greatest moment of peace and warmth and hope that I had ever in my life felt and have yet to feel since. But at that moment, that day, I called my wife and I told her something's different. Something this time is just different. And that was the moment, that feeling of peace and warmth. And that was the moment God took my addiction from me. I felt everything, and it was amazing. To get back to, again, 1,453 days later, still clean and sober. So God absolutely did not turn his back on me. It just took a moment of me just letting go and letting God in, and that moment of weakness, that powerlessness. So again, are we looking at our past the wrong way? Is it something, or was it something that was trying to absolutely destroy us? Or was it something that was meant to be to make us the person we are now? Let me know in the comments what you guys think, what you've experienced. Maybe I am looking, when I think of addiction following me around, as this evil thing that's trying to get me to relapse, to try to get me to go back to the way I used to be, maybe I am looking at that wrong. Maybe everything was exactly the way God wanted it to be. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this video up. You guys have a beautiful, wonderful, blessed Tuesday. I'll see you in the next video.